Well, big cheer and a very emotional haka from the Maori All Blacks. The black shirt with AF written on it on pitch side, and Munster standing respectfully.
Well, as I said, John, emotions have been really flying high, but if that doesn't get the people on TV, that doesn't get the people on the ground, and look at that. The Foley family coming out to collect, Anthony Foley's two young boys coming out to collect that jersey. What an amazing, amazing occasion from Irish rugby, from Munster rugby, and also New Zealand rugby. This is a very, very special occasion. Those two boys, well, that's a lifelong memory, isn't it?
Well, as the two Foley boys leave the pitch, let's take a quick look at the team sheets. Tommy O'Donnell will captain Munster. He's on the blind side. Conor Oliver comes in the open side. John Madigan makes his first start of the season in the back line. Ian Keatley comes in for Duncan Williams. Now let's take a quick look at the Maori All Blacks. They make 7 changes from the big win in Chicago over the USA. Reid Prinsep, Billy Beaton and Ambrose Curtis make their Maori All Black debut, so memorable night for them. A late change in the second row sees Jacob Skeen come in for Tom Franklin. Skeen was a powerful presence against the USA.
Now, the Maori All Blacks kicking off. Again, I can't overemphasize the conditions. There's a massive breeze blowing. If anything, he could simply clean this ball out into the terrace, the North Terrace.
Lads, make
so
sure.
Accuracy all is required.
And we're underway in Thurman Park. Safe take deep in the 22. Clearance skewed a little bit, but safety a touch fan. But there's that breeze taking effect already.
I don't know if it was skewed at all. It was just once it got up to about 20-30 feet, the wind hit it, and that's an example. Munster are going to have to face 40 minutes of possession. They're going to have to hold the ball. If they kick it at all in any shape or form, it is danger going behind the kicker.
First line out then, and of course the wind will affect this. Plenty of experience, Captain Ash Dixon, but will he go to the front first one? Yes, he does. Sensible play in the conditions, ball away, almost intercepted. Copeland through very quickly, got a hand out. Good clear out by the All Blacks. Scrum half was almost scragged. Billy Guiton. Well, the ball is there as it been turned over. Whistle blows, penalty, good work Munster.
Obviously Copeland poured through the line. I was very unlucky not to get it, but look at Archer that tied it for Munster. Look where he made the contact. He made it way in on the Maori All Black side. He put huge pressure on the ball carrier. Again, just simply catching them. Sometimes in these conditions, John, possession is actually a negative. And that's part of what you see Archer when he comes in. If we get a chance for a replay, you see him smash the Maori ball carrier.
Ian Keatley finds the safety touch. Here we see it again.
Watch the juggling of that. See Archer coming in, body position, real power in his legs, real power, putting huge pressure and exposing the ball, which allows Copeland to get in on it. Super combination between tight head and number 8.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed Munster are wearing all sorts of different pairs of socks, and that's because they ran a competition during the summer, and the socks of clubs and schools around Munster. Good win of the line by Darren O'Shea. The referee's arm is out, advantage Munster. Whistle blows though. Ball carrier broke away, goes back for the first infringement, but Munster can push the All Blacks back into their 22 here.
So again, that's a line out each, one from the Maoris and one for Munster, both hitting their target, but especially Darren O'Shea will be very pleased to get his hands on the ball early in the game. But a good line out throw from Niall Scannell also.
That's why I couldn't play that.
That's the old truck and trailer. I thought we forgot about that in like times gone past.
Well, that was the reason. Right, good from the referee though to speak to the players, explain why he didn't let the advantage go on.
Entries, lads, from the back.
Yeah. Now look where the penalty occurred, right there about the halfway line. So Keatley, with all his effort, made about 17-18 metres, and that's about as good as you're going to get in these conditions. So maybe part of the whole process in these conditions, if you get a penalty, a quick tap might be as good as anything.
It's fine.
O'Shea goes again, but the throws down over the Munster heads, so not down the centre channel. Scrum for the All Blacks.
You'll notice on the line out here. Watch the gap between the Maoris and Munster. See that big gap? So the Maoris were purposely not engaging in the line out, which allows one person to come in, hit the ball, carry and go down. There's no offside, in other words, there's no maul. So anytime you watch the line out in that shape, if there's a bigger gap as they show there, referees should spot it, and they shouldn't, because there's all sorts of laws about what you can and cannot do. But as soon as they show that gap, you know exactly tactically what they're about to do. So keep an eye on it, John.
Well, and is it a bit harsh on Munster to call a crooked throw then if New Zealand just aren't competing at the line?
Well, I love in these conditions. The ball can be thrown into the number 8 by the scrum half, but in these conditions, zero tolerance to line out throwing. But what the Munster should have seen is once the Maoris set up in that position, they could adjust the line out ball because they knew they weren't going to attack it in the air.
Set. Far side.
First scrum of the game, they just go to ground, they want that reset.
Lads, just bring it in, please. Let's just have our feet so we can maintain a scrummaging point, please, lads.
Of course, Munster are down John Ryan and Dave Kilcoyne. John Ryan has been just extraordinary. Kilcoyne obviously has got his just rewards. He's worn several jerseys. But John Ryan has been especially good, particularly around the pitch. His scrummaging was superb against Glasgow, and I was here a few weeks ago. But his footballing skill is excellent as well. Great feat. A big test for the new Munster front row.
Well, some interesting face painting was going on outside the ground. Munster fans with some Kiwi art on the face.
Coach, boys, set.
Steadier scrum that way, huge pass.
Wing is onside.
Black looks for a bit of space. He's found good grass. He's not going to reach the end line. Conway thought he might be able to do something to get it over for touchdown for a 22-metre drop, at the black shirts come surging forward. Munster managed to get enough there. Yakatata coming in to help out. Williams onto that left boot. Has he found touch? Hasn't. A breeze again, just holding that ball up. Maori All Blacks looking to counter.
All clear.
Guiton caught as he went to pass the ball away, but he was tackled by an offside player. Munster not rolling away from the tackle. Penalty conceded. They're going to have a shot at goal.
Shot goal.
Oh, there's the out half standing up to take a kick, but watch a very clever punt. Look where the Munster back three were. He spotted O'Mahony coming up. Very, very clever play from the Maoris, Maori out half, and just puts Munster under huge pressure. Clearly he's got the wind behind him, but even with all those advantages, you still have to be able to see. So what's happening now is here the Munster back three have to second guess what the attack is going to happen, but they also have to cover this. You could put 60-70 yards in the kick here, so it's a very difficult one for the Munster back three, but a super spot from Black, the Maori out half.
And straight away has a shot from the kicking tee. Opportunity to open the scoring. Tricky angle. No, stays away to the right-hand side.
And of course, it might be the first time that Black, the Maori out half, has ever kicked the ball in complete silence.
Time off, please.
Looks like a Munster split kickoff. Forwards either side, giving Ian Kelly the opportunity to maybe pick where the Maoris are a bit light, which just in front of us here. They've only got one second row. Jacob Skeen.
Skeen was expecting the evening off, a late call-up. It's great height on that one, and the wind blowing it back a little bit too much for the Munster players, but they have secured possession. Keatley sends up another bomb. That's going to come back almost on top of where he kicked it. Tata underneath it. A little fumble. Did it go forward? No. Yes, it did. Craig Maxwell Keys just waited a moment to see what advantage accrued to Munster before blowing the whistle.
Back off Black, then knocked up.
I'm telling you, there is this man who can carry a ball in heavy traffic. I think the guys in the studio were saying it before kick-off. I think that's his first touch of the ball, the big number 8, Eoni. You can see the Munster guys swarming around. Duncan Williams won't be overly impressed that he had to make that hat. I'm at the glamour end of the business. Get some bigger fella in here to do that.
Crunch. Point. Set.
Oh, the good news is the rain has eased off. Almost completely stopped at this stage. Munster win the free. Maori All Blacks engaging too early. Well, Keatley's gone to the air, straight up the middle again, rather than going. Oh, a little fumble, just a little bit unlucky. The ball bobbling around. Tommy O'Donnell couldn't pull it in. Black standing deep, plenty of time, kicks cross field. Beautiful kick.
It was a wonderful kick. And ironically, Munster have gained about 7-8 metres. Very, very unlucky from the kick and rush. It was a bent arm, so they weren't going to kick the touch. It was going to go into the air. Either that or they're going to tap it themselves. So it's a good test in these conditions, just to put it in the air and see what the Maori back three do. But a net gain of about 10 metres for Munster.
5.
O'Shea the target once again in that line out. Keatley the man, puts the boot on it. Unbelievable height. Again tapped back by Munster, but just came back too quick. Madigan couldn't hold on to the ball. Maori All Blacks have it, looking to move the ball left. Tate up very quickly.
Lock on, advantage is over.
Advantage over, the call from the referee. Oh, huge tackle comes in.
Looks like Scannell a massive hit.
That pressure paying off, fumble in midfield by the All Blacks. Play goes on, kick forward. Good work by Ronan O'Mahony. Now the whistle blows. Munster red shirts pile through, but the whistle is gone. Oh, there's a touch judge's flag out on the far side. We'll have a look at what happened.
Look at Scannell landing a massive hit. Obviously he needed his open side to slow the big man down, but he took every possible opportunity and that's the beauty of modern rugby in many ways. The tackle doesn't finish when the guy hits the ground. Scannell gets back up on his feet and keeps powering through, forcing the...
And when the ball was gone, 11 Red was tackled without the ball.
So you got a late tackle.
Late tackle, yes.
Recommendation, be penalty only?
Penalty only on the 15 here.
On the 15.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Captain.
The tackle off the ball.
Captain.
Referee wants a word with Ash Dixon.
Playing advantage for knock on. Kick's gone in. Your player's not committed. It's a late tackle. It's a penalty on the AR. 15 in. He wasn't committed. Therefore, we've got time to pull out. He's made the tackle anyway. Penalty. Here. Plenty of time to pull out of the tackle.
Do we see it again? Yeah, the tackle on Ronan O'Mahony after he hacked the ball through in slow motion. It still looks okay.
Yeah. The other thing that caught my eye, the fullback Marty McKenzie, he's been pretty unsure. If you think of what Rob Kearney was doing in better conditions last week, you'd think how authoritarian Robbie Kearney is coming into that ball. McKenzie doesn't really want to get in heavy traffic. I think Keatley will recognise that and keeps in these conditions again, keep punishing it, putting it up into the air.
One drop.
From the penalty, Munster have a line out 7 metres out.
Conor Oliver at scrum half. Look at Archer, number 3. Look at his stance. Like an Olympic power lifter, ready to get some heavy work going. Whoever's getting into the air, get him right up into the air.
Niall Scannell's given the ball a good try. Won by O'Shea. Ball forms. Listen to the roar and heave around Thomond Park. They break away. Just off their feet. Lost their footing slightly. Williams gets the ball away. Scannell. Rory Scannell, the centre. This time, quicker ball. Williams goes back to the blind side. Niall Scannell driving through. Williams, was he tackled off the ball? Or was it clear out? Referee's arm is out. Advantage Munster. Keatley in to act as the scrum half. Tops it up to O'Donnell. 2 black shirts there. Hames and Dixon working together. Munster still have it inside that 5-metre line. Tackle comes in on Chada, who drops the ball under the pressure, but back for the penalty.
2 tackling the maul.
Ash Dixon, the captain, penalised. And Keatley, only one thing on his mind, find that touchline near the corner flag, another 5-metre line out. Let's have a look at this one again.
That's the middle, yep.
Super target hit, and look at the body position of the setup. Okay, we skipped miles ahead when the, oh, that is a little high, isn't it?
Let's go on, lads. Cool. Okay, thank you.
Munster winning again. Good drive in defence by the Maori All Blacks, but Munster gets set. Here comes the shove. Incredible noise at Thomond Park. Scannell holding the ball. Munster looking to get another point. Here they go again. Scannell is over. Throw Munster. Excellent work for the Munster men.
It looks like Niall Scannell got the ball down. What a wonderful piece of poetry. His line-out so far in these conditions have been absolutely sensational, and his link with Darren O'Shea has been wonderful. Darren O'Shea is getting up into the air and the Maoris aren't going up and challenging him. But look at the way the Munster team set up. There was a good counter-punch by the Maoris, but look at the setup, the body positions, how tight they are and how long the maul is as well. So there's no way a Maori is going to get onto that ball with Scannell, and there's no way Scannell is going to give up heading for that line. But a wonderful try. He threw it in and he scores it.
Simple rugby from Munster. But it takes an awful lot of practice, an awful lot of training, an awful lot of concentration. Scannell rewarded. First score of the game goes to Munster. Keatley wide out on the left-hand side with a conversion attempt. Sends it on its way. It's a good contact. Doesn't make it though.
Look at the kicking techniques, like a soccer player cross-fielding it, because he's trying his best to keep it just above the post but just under the wind as well. Very difficult kick, but a wonderful score from Scannell.
Great work from Munster. Playing the conditions very well, as indeed they just edged their way up the field. Copeland underneath the restart. A mazy little run from the back row. Well, that was outside the 22. Was it carried back in? No. Munster okay. We got about 10 metres outside the 22-metre line. Oh, referee not allowing the quick line out. I think he'd decided the line out had to set. This is a tricky one for a lot of referees. In games lately, Liam, you see the players take a long while before going, and then they take the sort of unset line out rather than a quick line out.
A good indicator is that the opposition, as Munster had set up in the line, and that's typically the trigger to say the fast line out is gone. I feel a little for the Maoris. They played 3 games this season, that's it. So they played last week in North America and now here. So like, you can definitely see that the Munster team, although a lot of new faces, are way more organised.
Munster could pressure the line out, but the All Blacks have the ball. James Lowe in from the left wing at first receiver, straight into a tackle. Red shirts up quickly. Very fast defensive line from Munster, but have they allowed a little bit of space? Lowe back onto the left wing, steps out of one tackle, trying to get the ball away. The ball's bobbling around, not into touch now. Matt Proctor just couldn't hold on to it. Ball shooting around like a bar of soap for a moment.
And isn't Stephen Archer shooting around after it so pleasantly? You could see the touchline. Duncan Williams again asked to make that. Look at that, that's that offload that guys in studio were talking about. They're so natural, but they're going to have to adjust their game a bit. These aren't the conditions for those little offloads. But what Munster are doing, they're hunting in packs, and they're really asking massive questions of the skill set of the Maoris, who are still not having adjusted to these conditions.
Coach! Points!
Free kick again, Munster.
You need to support the body weight, that's early. Got pre-engaged.
Well, another one for Marty McKenzie to worry about. Well, O'Donnell got there first, couldn't hold on to the ball under pressure. All Blacks had plenty of men there underneath the ball. Difficult to judge where it's going to come back to earth when Keighley's kicking into this breeze.
One out!
All Blacks trying a similar tactic, crossfield kick as well. Oh, what a take by Conway, and he races away. Andrew Conway, little chip ahead into the 22. Has he got the pace? Almost gets to the ball first. Brave work by the out half of Terry Black, and good work by the All Blacks to get the ball back to Guiton. Munster come through, and they stolen it. Whistle blows. Didn't do so legally. The crowd don't agree with the referee.
Two players contesting the ball. There's a difference. 7 entry.
Conor Oliver, the one penalised from coming in from the side. It's always so tempting and difficult for the players to judge, Liam, when it's loose like that.
You got to accept, John, there's going to be mistakes and errors, and the enthusiasm that Munster is showing, not just enthusiasm, the technique and talent that you saw under Conway there. What an amazing field.
That's yours, yep.
So Conway might argue that he actually competed for the ball and 2 of them went down on it. That would look like Conor Oliver is slipping out. So look at this, that's the second of 2 kicks. And look at Conway commanding the entire space, going up for it, and none of the Maoris commanding it. But the previous kick from Keighley on the free kick, he put it up in there, and not one Maori wanted to get purchase of it.
Well, here's Conor Oliver making up for the penalty he just conceded. It's Munster turnover possession, good attacking position here. It's Cronin, and a little roll just to get his teammates a little. Keighley tries a little chip for the corner, sits nicely. Oh, risky stuff from the All Blacks. Matt Proctor and Marty McKenzie causing all sorts of problems. The ball squirts back, touchdown, 5 metres scrum. Oh, 22 came off a red player.
Well, as we know, the breakdown laws, you can't touch the ball once the ruck is formed, but you with your hand, but you can with your foot. So when they kick that, obviously the referee must have seen what all the different club socks are available to him. See there from the Munster players. That's a wonderful piece of space. Look at finding the green space, asking questions, and of course the Maoris go back to their offloading game, which is asking huge questions. See, that's the try line there, asking massive questions and just about get out of it.
Conway controls the 22-metre drop out with a boot and then sends up another huge Gary Owen.
Not one Maori went for that. Not one Maori commanded it. Ended up in the Maori's hands.
Quick hands that time from the Maori All Blacks, but the ball squirting around, it's turned over. Towder looking for support. Tommy O'Donnell.
One release!
Somehow keeping the knees off the ground, edging forward.
Tripped in the
Good tackle comes in, ripped the ball loose. Ball in a little bit of space. Sweetenham slides in. Sweetenham rather slides in.
Messi!
Well, the ball is squirted out the side here. Munster didn't spot it. Billy Guiton did. Oh, that's real scrappy stuff out there. Munster win the ball back on the ground. Williams, lovely little step from Williams, but there was just no room.
I tell you, there's one Maori who's up for the challenge, and that's the guy in the number 7 jersey, Shane Christie. He is smashing himself around there.
Turn the volume down, yeah? Too much.
He's bending over, taking a breath of air there, but he has been throwing himself around. He's a beautiful body shape, like the ideal poacher. Look at that short upper body, fantastic technique over the ball, and he's really thrown himself around. Short line out for the Maoris.
Again, just a little bit of miscommunication. Billy Guiton swallowed up by Munster men. Good strength though from the scrum half to keep the ball and himself away from the touchline. Skeen acting as the scrum half. Got the ball away to Prinsep. Guiton back on his feet with the box kick. Conway calls for it. Makes a safe catch. Sweetnam has gone inside. Good chase up there by the Maoris.
Still got the ball.
Sweetnam under a lot of pressure. Doing his best to release it, but the All Blacks powering through. Good turnover. Great work by the visiting side. Might have been better to let the ball go wide there. Squeeze back. Crowd baying for a penalty, but good offload out of the tackle again. Skeen though, great strength.
No! He's legal.
That's all pressure here from Munster. All Blacks come up with the ball though. In a little bit of space, had they the extra man. Ione, what a break from the number 8. Couldn't get through the cover though. Closed down the space for his teammates a little bit, but they've the full width of the pitch to go the other direction. Leighton Price. Big man fell just outside the 22. Darren O'Shea a little slow getting back, just got out of the way in time. Proctor on the ground. Price again with a carry.
He's never gone round.
Well, it's good recycling from the Maori All Blacks. Has that little bit of space opened up. McKenzie into the line. Low driving and in the condition, slides across, touches down, try for the Maori All Blacks. And the visitors have silenced the crowd. It was just continuous pressure. It was scrappy at times, Liam, but they kept the ball alive brilliantly.
But it was just the last ruck or two that they got a bit of pace in the ball. When Ione took the ball down the left-hand side here, he was eventually pulled them down, and they were so sluggish and so disorganised and everything. It was sometimes in these conditions. Look, Munster getting the numbers, they're just a little bit out of sync, and both bought in on the dummy, didn't they? And they just for a moment lost concentration. Once the course players of this ilk get through, it's very difficult to stop them. But 2 players there bought the dummy, and you can't have that at this level.
Yeah, great work by the out half of Thierry Black. Dummy first to open up the space in defence, and then as he was tackled, got the ball away to Lowe. Now has the conversion attempt to put the Maori All Blacks into the lead. Missed with his first attempt. It was a lot more difficult than this one. Doesn't miss on this occasion. The Maori All Blacks have the lead.
Munster 5, Maori All Blacks 7.
The damage was done prior to that, of course, and the 2 Munster guys just bit in on the great ball carrying in 2 hands by Black.
25 minutes gone at Thomond Park. Munster 5, Maori All Blacks 7. A long clearance, spinning viciously. Andrew Conway watches set up nicely for him just on his own 22.
Let him run.
Comes back and has a little chip, searching one.
You don't want to be kicking into this guy's hands.
Indeed not. Look at that for pace for the number 8. And on come the Maori All Blacks again. Lovely offload, was it? Forward, no it wasn't. Ambrose Curtis on his debut goes in to score. Well, you're dead right, Liam. You don't want to be kicking it at Akira Ione. And then Maori All Blacks turn a quarter of a chance into 5 points.
What was it Sun Tzu said? Know thine enemy better than thine self. You just don't want to kick it into his hands. It was easy for us to sit up here because we have the panoramic view, but at the same time, look at that amount of space. You don't want him running with that space. Like, he is the only Maori on the pitch who can do that thus far that we've seen. So you've got to keep the ball away from him, deny him the possibilities, deny him the opportunity. And as I said, with the skill set they have, when you take the pressure off, when they break, make that half break, and there isn't the same pressure on, then their skills are coming to the fore.
Well, again, Thierry Black, the ad half, key man in the move. Took the pass from Curtis. took the man out and got the pass away, and Curtis went in untouched in the corner. But it was Akira Ione who set everything up. Conway needed to get much more height on that kick.
Yeah, it was the first kick actually that Munster weren't able to compete, so it was a kind of halfway house. It wasn't in a position to compete, but it wasn't far enough away out of the danger zone into green grass.
Another tricky kick for Terry Black right out near the touchline. Oh, that's a great effort from Black. Beautiful kick. Another 2 points. Suddenly there's a bit of daylight between Munster and the Maori All Blacks.
But in these conditions, John, 14-5. Just a pity that they conceded 2 scores so quickly together, and particularly the second score. But in these conditions, again, it's just so crucial that Munster don't concede again and they get some points on the board. This isn't a bad scoreboard if you get to half-time.
Good chase up. Munster almost got there to steal the ball.
I'm amazed at how poor the Maoris are competing for the ball, the high ball in heavy traffic. Not once have I seen one of them dominate like Conway did earlier on in a kick about 10 minutes ago. They just don't seem to be coming in, timing their arrival at the peak of the pitch of the ball and able to dominate that.
Are they getting cut out by the breeze? The ball is sort of falling more straight. Another strange flight.
Maybe they're not used to having the ball kicked as often to them, I don't know.
Coach! Boyd! Set!
Again, very difficult conditions for any front rows, and the referee needs to be very patient. He needs to be...
We've got his feet went.
Exactly, so he needs to communicate as he's doing. He needs to be patient. He needs to spot who's chancing their arm and what the difference is between that and the conditions. That's good refereeing. Of course, he moved the scrum infield, which gives the Maoris about a 17-metre blind side if they want to use it.
Boyd! Set!
That's a good shot there. Now you can see the blindside winger ready if he wants. Very crooked put in.
Guiton goes the other direction. Kick again from Black low and into space. Just reading the Munster back three defence. Set up very well. Conway pinned back deep inside the 22. Clears. That's good from the All Blacks. They get possession through to the line out. Not too far outside the 22.
Thus far, neither side have competed on the opposition's throw-in. So in these conditions, again, which are very, very difficult, they're making it easier by not competing. It'd be interesting to see when Munster get up now and just threaten that throw.
Fair fight. If you want a gap, step out yourselves.
Then you see the Maoris, the back line, you can see it on the camera there on the screen, very, very flat, entirely flat. The fullback is almost up in the line, and the left winger here is right in front of us, right in the line as well, James Lowe.
Is that, do you think, because they have a plan or they don't trust the team to win the line out? All Blacks have the ball. No, they don't.
Oh, great skill from the open side.
Now there's a bit of space wide. Andrew Conway into the line. Sweetenham calling him to run. Steps inside one tackle. Terry Black is there to make the tackle and bring him down. Well, the ball went loose in the tackle. Tackle out to Sweetenham. Chips into the 22. Oh man, he's chasing it down. The ball's gone loose. Daddy tries to come it. Oh, what's going to happen here? We may have a penalty try. Craig Maxwell has spotted something. He wants to look at it again. The Munster player looked like he was taken out after the little tap through. What do you think, Liam?
Well, that's as close to French rugby. Philippe Saint-André on the right-hand touchline with Lauren Cavan coming in the open side wing forward, chasing into the cross. That's a wonderful bit of play. But it started from the Munster open side. Conor Oliver through his legs on his 10-metre line, and Munster had the skill set to get it wide out to Sweetman. Beautiful understanding from Sweetman, knowing exactly where his assets were. Puts the ball into green grass. Now here's the final bit. That's tackle after the ball. Thanks for coming. Nice dive as well, just to let the referee know, but he'd spotted it anyway. Yeah.
And I imagine
but beautiful skill from Sweetman. Look at that little diagonal kick right into where his support guys are.
So he's onside.
All onside. Sorry, so that's a try. That's a, I don't know what you can throw, a book at him or something. Beautiful dive though.
And I'm sure.
Watch this. Look at him looking up to the referee. Beautiful.
I'm sure he said something like, "Oh my gosh, ref."
Now, there doesn't seem to be any offside ahead of the ball or any of that.
Right, Ollie, for me, Troll's going to get there first. There's no credible cover.
I agree.
Right, okay, so that's penalty try, yellow card.
Number 6 black.
It's 6 black going to the bin, yep.
Yep.
Cheers, mate.
We agree up here as well, I think.
Well, everybody with a Munster shirt on in Thomond Park agrees.
But there's two parts of that, right? Obviously the bit that results in the score, but you got to go back to Conor Oliver, a beautiful between his legs pass, and then you got the footballing skills of Darren Sweetman from the GA background, knowing exactly where to put the ball into. Wonderful skills from both players.
It's a penalty try.
Reid Prinsep will go to the bin. Ash Dixon asks the question, but he saw it on the big screen as well. Penalty try, huge cheer around Thomond Park. Great response from Munster after conceding 2 quick tries. Ian Keatley will have the conversion from in front of the post. Duncan Williams just hanging around checking whether he needs the ball held in the wind. He doesn't. Ian Keatley adds the 2 points. And Munster are back to within 2.
Look at the turnover. I think it's Oliver on the open side. The ball bobbles. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's it. That's absolutely beautiful. Great skills. And then when it gets to Sweetman, his footballing skills come in. That's a wonderful score. Just score a try from a turnover inside your 20, inside your half in these conditions. That's wonderful play.
Do in your head, do tries count double playing into this breeze?
You're hoping as much as I do. Perfect. Cheers, lads. Time on.
So the Maori All Blacks will play the rest of this half down to 14 men. First job for Munster, secure possession and get it clear. Copeland has been very sound under those with the ball ripped out. Just punches the ground. Copeland disgusted with himself.
Just off the ball, yeah, don't stand on it.
Now, how do the Maori All Blacks set for this scrum? Then they bring an extra man in.
Let's go, please, come on.
They'll go at 7. The blind side is in the bin. Proctor coming in.
I always giggle at this because Proctor is now on the blind side, who's out of harm's way because the ball's probably going to go open. But it's the strike, it's his ability to control. If there's errant strike in this, if it's a Channel 1 ball, it is. He may never have been in this position before. I always giggle how they always put this back in that exact spot.
Stay square, lads.
See here now?
Yeah, he did okay, but Williams got to greet on. Rowan Copeland will sigh, or breathe a sigh of relief. Turnover, good pressure from Williams. Just got his hand to the ball.
Yeah, but Guyton, the Maori All Black, needs to speed up a little bit. But he's concerned as well because if he pushes his own skills in these conditions, that's a damp ball. He's picking it off wet grass. So there is a little bit of end, but great play from Duncan Williams, the Munster scrum half.
If there'd been a full-time blindside, he more likely to have tangled Duncan Williams up, stopped him getting round to the scrum half.
Could have done, yeah, could have done. But again, it's always the same. The world over, they'll always put the back into that exact spot and ask him to listen. He has no idea what he's doing.
Set.
Just 7 in the scrum. Penalty this time.
Second time, early.
Now the breeze has dipped, I'd say a fraction. Certainly it stopped raining, so the conditions have improved a little bit. They're still greasy underfoot, but maybe Keatley might get a little further on his kick as a result of the slight ebbing of the wind.
Yeah, almost to the 10-metre line, not bad from Keatley. Here's the scrum again.
Okay, a 7-man scrum is always going to struggle. Munster were very comfortable on that, but there's a great drive from the loose side, the Maori loose side.
That was Munster pulling.
But the referee decided that it was illegal coming in on Archer, the Munster tight head.
Oh, lovely bit of space opens up for Scannell, but the handoff pass was just marginally forward.
We hear, yeah?
Once again, I think Darren O'Shea is in about 6 or 7 line-out fields. Look at that, just ever so forward. Two great open sides actually, Oliver and Christie right on top of each other in the battleground at the tail of the line-out. It's always interesting to watch. Now they've no number 8 this time. For some reason the Maori All Blacks have packed down with no number 8. In the Classic they have a number 8 obviously, you can see him, but no one between the second rows. This will be interesting, what channel he goes down. A little bit crooked there, I suggest, into channel 1. He passed it himself and picked it out himself.
And Black, beautiful kick from Terry Black, finds a great touch inside the 22.
But like, that's, you know, come on referee. You have an advantage, as in Munster. They've one extra man in the pack. You need to be able to have that advantage, and if you allow scrum half to put the ball in and take it out himself in one go, it actually dilutes the advantage.
How many? 5.
Great kick cross field by Black, picks out the space.
More.
O'Shea once again.
5, no!
Good taking that line out.
That's once. Use it!
Williams has a little look. Didn't quite get his boot around it into the crowd. Don't know whether he was trying to keep that in play.
If that has an impact, you know the penalty offence.
Okay, we're looking to put in no number 8. Clearly the Maoris have a plan. Look at the setup of the scrum half. Look at him putting the ball in, no strike.
How many?
And he goes and gets it himself. Come on, referee, give us a break.
On the line, Munster, please. Line.
Sevens rugby,
That's on
scrum
the line,
half
please.
play.
Now it's a short line up for the Maoris. I don't know why. I'd put the big number 8 Ione out in the midfield and try and get him some ball running at backs, but they've decided to leave him where he is.
Almost turned over, comes back to that man Christie. Munster got hands to it, but All Blacks have the ball. Skeen. Good support from his second row partner Leighton Price. Referee calls the advantage over. All Blacks have to play this one now. Here's Price once again. Tackled by Tata. Akira Ione, look at that. Takes 3-4 Munster men to put him down. Guiton gets the ball away. Black keeping it at hand this time.
Release 6! Vantage. 6, no clear release.
Tackler not releasing the ball. Referee did give him the call.
Don't play him. 6, no clear release.
Tap from McKenzie. Copeland got there, driven backwards. All Blacks have the ball. Almost flying hack downfield. Now it is. It's a foot race. Sweetman's got buckets of pace. He just needs to control it. Away goes down. Sweetman. Try Munster. Brilliant, brilliant work from Dan Sweetman. Unbelievable. And the players, the subs have gone absolutely wild. The crowd have gone wild in Thurman Park. Munster into the lead again.
Understood, 2 minutes.
This is unbelievable stuff, Liam.
Now the bit you got to watch in all of this is when Sweetman eventually gets the ball is on the deck. How many of us would have ran and kicked that ball and driven it way over the dead ball line? That was the first long kick. Then there's a foot rush. 2 wingers toe to toe. Now here's the kick. Boom. Look how beautiful that is. All his GA background. Perfect weight at full flight. That's sensational skill from Sweetman.
There was the first kick, and then he had the pace, and still it's full pace.
He slows down ever so slightly. The gentlest of little nudges over the line. The perfect distance. A wonderful score.
There's a happy, happy face.
So much you tell him, rugby isn't normally this easy. These guys are working their socks off in big, big conditions.
Keatley successful with 1 from 2. Tricky angle for Keatley. Into this breeze, it'll go across the posts. Very, very small target. And there's the wind just taking it away. The ball's almost going parallel to the goal line by the time it gets there. Tricky, tricky one for the right-footed kicker.
Well, in these conditions, there's two players on the pitch who've been commanding the ball at the foot. Sweetman in a scoring sense, and Ian Keatley has been commanding the tactics about where to put the ball. Two fine performances for both out half and winger.
Into the final minute of the first half. Copeland once again gets to ground, controls the ball. It's been a huge man underneath the restarts for Munster. Munster leading 17 points to 4. Maori All Blacks, remember, a man down. Princep in the sin bin, but that's coming to an end. He'll be back out after maybe a minute of the second half.
Yeah, understood.
The referee gives the Munster men the call. Ian Keatley just pops it into the crowd, and the two sides head to the changing rooms for a well-deserved break. 17-14, what a half lead.
Absolutely. Conway there led it from the back. He counter-attacked, he attacked the ball. Keatley, I felt, controlled so much of the field position in his kicking game, and Sweetman on the right wing has just been sensational in every single thing he's been doing in a footballing sense. A wonderful, remember they were down by whatever it was, 14 points to 5, and they came right back. Wonderful performance.
Half-time score, Munster 17, the Maori All Blacks 14.
Yes, you're very welcome back to Thomond Park here. We've had a flurry of tries in the first half, but it is Munster ahead, just 17-14 the lead. We're going to get some thoughts from inside that All Black dressing room. Ben Egan is talking to the All Blacks legend, Tanu Manga.
Thanks very much, Adrian. Tanu Manga, very difficult conditions out here. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Oh, we're just making a lot of mistakes, and we've been put under pressure by a very good Munster side at the moment, and we just need to adapt to that and turn that around.
What did you and Colin say to the guys in the dressing room at half time?
Well, pretty much exactly that. Our set piece, we have to be more clinical and execute well there, and also, they're beating us to the rucks, put a lot of pressure on us on our ball carriers. So, we just got to try and win races there and try and secure our ball.
With the wet conditions on the ball so slippy, is it a case of the team that makes less handling errors are going to go out and win it?
Yeah, naturally, and again, we're making too many mistakes to really make an impression at the moment. But again, we're only 3 points behind, so we're just going to step up this next half.
Thanks for talking to us, Tana. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome back. I'm John Forrest, alongside me, Liam Toland. Liam, we thought early in the half, or halfway through the first half, with the breeze in Munster's faces, 14-5 wasn't a bad score. They went into the break leading 17-14, which is a better position, obviously, but the breeze has died down a bit.
Absolutely, and there's a number of reasons for it. It was the cohesion of Munster, the precision of Munster. They stuck to their tasks, but some of the key players around, and I thought Keatley managed the conditions exceptionally well, and the right winger, Darren Sweet Nan. I've been calling him Sweet Man for the first 40 minutes. That's partly down to my excitement, but Sweet Nam has been superb in everything he's done. Every little opportunity he's been given, he's been excellent. But the number 5, Darren O'Shea, has been a wonderful target. Scannell has been very accurate out of touch. The scrum has been very, very solid. But at the moment, Keatley is the man who's managing the resources, managing the areas. Now it's a different game. The wind is completely, I won't say completely, but it's certainly died down. The rain has gone, but the wind is still to favour Ian Keatley. So it'll be very interesting to see how they adjust their tactics. Now, we cannot ignore the fact that the Maoris themselves are going to be much more potent, because they've no choice but to run the ball.
Referee Craig Maxwell Keys blows the whistle. Ian Keatley gets the second half underway.
12 for kick.
Akira Ione underneath the restart bullies his way out across the 22-metre line.
See the different distance that ball got. The wind has definitely changed.
O'Mahony, lovely offload. Copeland into a bit of space. Has O'Mahony outside. Can he release it? No! Should have gone a bit earlier. O'Mahony might have been away in the corner. Copeland just decided to hold on and commit the tackler.
Oh, this is a 2v1. Copeland did exceptionally well to run. Look at the line he's picking, trail runner. Now Fix put the ball into two hands, Fix 10 and offloaded. That's a certain try gone at begging. That's a shame, because he'd had a great inside line to get on the ball, but he needed to put it in both hands, Fix 10, and simply give it to his left winger, who would have ran under the posts.
Well, O'Mahony was screaming for the ball in front of us. It came just a little bit too late. Awkward looking line out, but the Maori All Blacks have secured the possession.
Don't play the halfback.
Guiton sets himself for the box kick, gets great height on it. O'Mahony comes forward, misjudges slightly, the ball's bobbling around. Oh, lovely play by Ash Dixon, the captain. Long pass, creates some space. Black tackled and brought to ground. Here's Dixon looking to accelerate forward. And a big hit came in, lost the ball in the tackle. That was a big hit and an important hit.
I've been very impressed with where the tackles have been made. Where the tackles have been made by Munster, made right on their terms. They're really chasing off their line. But look at this 2v1. We're going to see it here. Look at the trail runner from Copeland today coming in to get it. Now, put the ball in two hands, fix 10, and bang. That's a try under the post. That's a shame. That's a shame. But the Munster defence, very aggressive coming off the line. They're really asking questions of the Maoris, who are really trying to play an offloading game, and they're not giving the opportunity.
John Madigan was in to put in a huge hit into the second row alongside Darren O'Shea for the scrum. Well, once again, there's a shove coming early from the Maori All Blacks.
Call is loose head to ground. Loose head to ground. Shot or goal? Shot or goal?
Well, Munster are going to have a shot on goal.
What's the picture there, Frank?
Good to get the first score after the break, so good decision to have the shot.
Okay,
yeah, I think it's a clever one. It's an interesting one to see how Keatley plants his left foot, to see what sort of purchase he gets on the surface. But the scrum has been a messy affair all day. The referee has gone to full arms and half arms. It's a full arm. His decision, again, look at the reaction from the Maori front row. They're perplexed. They don't know what's going on. They're confused. So he needs to give a little bit more communication around that. But it's a good idea. Put another 3 points on. But it's his left foot planting it.
Successful with 1 from 3 into the stiff breeze in the first half. Keatley's first attempt with a win behind him. A cheer from the crowd tells you all you need to know. Munster extend the lead. Good start to the second half for the Munster men.
Oh, your 12's had a word already, yeah.
Munster 20, Maori All Blacks 14. Williams underneath the restart has time to get the clearance away himself. Does well. Munster quick in the chase as well to block off the
Step out.
the quick line out, and the ball hadn't gone into the crowd.
You go back.
One at the front by Prinsep. The man was in the bin before the break, but it's a good maul, but the ball squirts out. Now it's gone loose.
It's knocked on the turnover by Red. Okay.
A good lineup, all set up by Maori. They, again, Munster aren't challenging in the air. The good lineup all set up, but they didn't transfer the ball. They left it up where it was competable for Munster, and they need to get it back to the tail to protect it. A little like Munster did on the try when Scanlon got in. He was at the tail, nicely protected in the pocket.
Step up a bit, yeah. Step up a bit. If we're pre-engaged, we
A lot of history in that hash.
Right, that's way too far back. Bring it up. Thank you.
Again, the Maoris setting up in the back line very flat. Way different from what we expect as normal here in the Northern Hemisphere.
Low in from the wing. Oh dear me, it's a high tackle. Williams puts his hands up in apology straight away. He's off to the bin. Yeah, goes to apologise to the player. He tackled, just maybe a missed-time tackle. He knew it instantly. He was in trouble.
Look at that, man. That's, look at that. Giant haystack's chair.
A little step from low.
He just got outside the ball, didn't he? So he was like Duncan Williams' line, took him slightly outside the ball. The ball was transferred back into blindside winger. Williams had to adjust his feet, then got into a bad place, and kind of to try and effect a tackle. He just got in, he just went outside the ball. So now he could change in, turn back inside. He got into a bad place. And you can see he was covered there by the Munster open side, Oliver.
And low back to his feet straight away to play on. Maori All Blacks better control of them all this time. Ash Dixon holding it at the back, looking to sneak down that blind side, unable to do so. Move the ball to midfield again. That could have been very, very dangerous. Just a little slip from Bateman. Scannell, I think, came flying in. Ball almost stolen. Madigan was off his feet, quickly let go of the ball. Pops out. Madigan thought he could, or Keithley thought he could come and play it. They go back, I think, for Madigan's playing it on the ground.
Off feet.
I feel a little bit for Madigan at 4 because you'll see him coming in off screen now, right? So getting down over the ball. He gets on the ball. He doesn't put his hands over on the deck. He gets on the ball and he gets a shove from behind and ends up going over the breakdown. And as soon as he lost his feet, he let go of the ball.
Yeah, he seemed to do enough.
That's how many, please? How many? Numbers?
Well, Munster doing their best to get behind the Munster side here, but Munster pinned back inside their own 22. Ash Dixon taking plenty of time to get the ball dry. Munster no scrum half, remember. Duncan Williams is in the sin bin.
Munster, 9!
Well, the referee's blown the whistle. Two lines were closed.
You've not got the call, so we'll do that again. Yeah, exactly. It's the same both ways. Just hold the space, yep. Just keep them on you, yep.
So back they go for the line out once again.
So Christie at scrum half. Maoris have 2 blindside wingers at the moment. One is the blindside winger and one is their scrum half.
Won by Princep, but Munster driving the Maori All Blacks back at the first attempt. And again, Munster pushing the All Blacks away from that try line. They have to play it. He chopped his eye off the ball. The whistle is gone. Keithley's racing away. Why did the referee not wait a moment?
I'm being very pedantic now, but my first sighting of it, scrum half drops it forward, and there's a Maori who's ahead of the ball, picks the ball up, which makes it a penalty.
Well, the referee now has a moment to think about this one, but he's gone for the scrum.
We were fine on the space, so keep it up here, please. Completely agree. We won't be pre-engaged, we won't be too far away either.
Yeah, my first impression was scrum half drops the ball forward. Okay, this takes a few seconds to evolve.
It's good work in defence by Munster, good pressure.
Okay, just before he releases, the referee's telling him that's number 1. He's got his hands up. He goes, drops it.
Boys!
He picked it up himself. Okay.
So me and the referee are right, Liam. Oh, it's awkward ball for Munster, but they've created a bit of space. That's fan touch, line out taken quickly. Oh, there's a lot of space opening up. Maori All Blacks keeping the ball in hand.
There's no clear release in the tackle.
No release in the tackle, penalty advantage for the All Blacks. Well, they look to go back to the left-hand side. They've men lining up here. Can they create the space? Lovely offload. With extra men. Ione, can he get there? What a tackle, driven across the touchline. Well, now will they go back for the penalty? Temper spraying a little bit, but it's mainly smiles.
Time off.
But Akira Ione, what a powerful runner. Did so well. Took the ball on the half volley, got the pass away. Now watch this.
Maybe a head injury.
Sweetenham and Conway combining together to put the big man into touch. One going low, one going high.
blood. What have we got? Blood bin, yep. Okay, we've got a blood bin for 4 Maori here, please.
Leighton Price has taken a bit of a knock. He's going off as a blood injury. Waito Douglas will come on in his place to make his Maori All Black debut.
Just a little sidebar on Marty McKenzie, the fullback. Obviously his brother is the All Black. He just doesn't look comfortable at all in these conditions. He looks quite a light up broken field runner, but in these conditions he just isn't looking comfortable. I think Ian Keatley could target him a little bit more.
Well, Keatley had to go in as the scrum half. Scannell was at the standoff, didn't find touch with the clearance. And there is McKenzie, looking dangerous, and then lets the ball slip. I think you've got his number, Liam. Tate. Almost barreling through a little bit of space. Here's Tommy O'Donnell, the captain. Just couldn't get his feet out of the tackle. Keatley, acting as the scrum half, sends up. Didn't get enough on it to get real height on it. Low, the try scorer underneath it. Shape to kick, then comes on the counter-attack. Good offload. Akira Hayone. Just couldn't get away in that occasion, but the Maori All Blacks come again. And Munster slow to roll away. Darren O'Shea in that occasion. Tricky one for him. A few All Blacks lying on top of him.
Yeah, going back to Ian Keatley, who 10 out of 10 for taking ownership, getting into the scrum half position, but the kick itself, it went for about 4 seconds as opposed to the classic 5 or +5. It just didn't have enough air time in it and just went in the middle of no man's land and gave the Maori an opportunity to field easily. Just a bit tightening up or a bit loosening up with the kicking game is from a Munster point of view.
Well, the All Blacks don't find touch from the penalty. Munster drill it back into Maori territory. Conway comes and claims the clearance, but tackled on halfway. Keatley gets the ball away. Munster plenty at out half with Scannell on the pitch. What about that for a stand-in, stand-off? Brilliant work. Keatley, good pass. Scannell picks the corner.
But on top of that, let's wind back at 20 seconds to Conway. Look at that. Boom, that's my ball. Went in, never in doubt. Nobody challenging him, gets the ball, and this is the sweetest of left foots. Look at that, Eric Cantona-esque. Wonderful little crossfield kick. Between 13 and 10, Ronan O'Gara himself wouldn't have produced such a wonderful crossfield kick.
Well, the rain beginning to fall heavily again at Thomond Park makes it that extra bit difficult for the unfortunate hookers who have to throw to the line out.
Now with a short line out, so Maori have 4-on-4.
Stay the attack.
Scannell, the hooker, Munster hooker, telling his men to get into the air.
Well won by Jacob Skeen.
Thank you, lads.
Conway there again. But Ronan O'Mahony was on that occasion. Great fielding in the air. Munster surviving the sin bin period pretty well so far. On the front foot here, despite being a man short. Playing without a scrum half, never easy. Keatley's not doing too badly. Jakob Tada taking it into contact. Keatley, little grubber kick through, hasn't found the touchline, but it's pinned it pretty close to it. And that's gone out very, very close to the kicker. And you can tell, listen to the cheer of the crowd as the touch judge took every step back towards the other try line.
All right, just the slight margins here. Watch O'Shea just stepping away from O'Donnell. When O'Donnell was the man who needed to get into the air, they're tiny little margins. O'Shea has a marvellous performance in the air, but they're little tiny little things. He needs to get O'Donnell into the air. He just got a little bit fixed between one thing and another, and it was left in no man's land.
John Madigan called ashore. Brian Scott, the man coming in, fresh legs in the second row.
Time on, please. Thank you, lads.
Sean O'Connor, the one coming in.
Lads, 10 metres.
O'Shea wins in the line. Now, no scrum half to direct the traffic here.
Once.
But we've got Keatley gone into scrum half, and Scannell obviously is gone into 10.
And Munster rumble on. Crowd beginning to roar and sense something here, but Ione has done well as he got through to the ball carrier. He has indeed. O'Donnell wriggling left and right as he got to ground and presented the ball. All Blacks pile in to compete for the ball. Munster get it away, set up another pocket.
Tackle! Ball's available.
Red shirts piling through to protect the ball. O'Connor, the new man in. Pick and drive from him, but he's held up another go. O'Donnell, the captain. This is good stuff from Munster. This is the rugby they know so well. Keatley goes to Conor Oliver. There's a lot of Maori All Black defenders there. Munster can go the other direction now. Proctor, clever play, just getting in the way of Keatley, slowing Munster down a little bit. The crowd baying for a penalty. Nothing coming from Maxwell Keys, the referee. Oliver once again steps back into the traffic. Munster just trying to set up another pocket, find another point of attack. Very good defensive line from the Maori All Blacks.
Use it!
Munster patient. All Blacks come driving through. They do this so well. They sense an opportunity. Penalty conceded. Munster didn't see it. 4 All Blacks men hitting it at one time.
You can see though, as each phase went on, John, as each phase went on, Munster had to commit more and more to the breakdown. They just simply ran out of numbers, and the Maori were just spread right across the pitch. They seem to have the upper body physicality. Look at the amount of red shirts there, and a lot of them not doing enough to impact the speed of the ball. So they're just standing there watching. Look at a lot of watching, and what is happening is they're very, very narrow, and there was no ability for the red jerseys. Look at them all standing watching him. How many guys are actually doing nothing there, contributing to the safety of the ball or something positive in that sense? The Maoris then reacted brilliantly, counter-rucked, and a super earned penalty from the Maori.
2. Thank you. Stay there.
So they didn't get a huge amount of distance from the penalty with a fan touch a metre or two outside the 22. Ash Dixon, the captain, needs to find his man. The crowd trying to disrupt the call. Munster turn it over. Oliver running cross field. Great tackle by Guido Douglas. Darren O'Shea trying to accelerate through the gap. O'Mahony takes the short little pass into the 22. Williams back on the field following a sin bin. Munster didn't concede when they were down to 14. That could be key at the end of this game. Here's Williams desperately trying to make amends. Good stuff from Munster, the pick and drive game. Working for them, edging them closer to that try line. Have they created the extra man here? Tata couldn't get the ball away.
First man.
Ball turned over again. Good counter-rucking by the Maori All Blacks. Back deep in goal.
Onside in field.
Has the clearance fan touch? Yes, it has. Sweetenham was tempted.
Time out. 5 Black is being changed. Okay,
again, good body position, but look at the Maori coming in. Superb attack over the ball, just for the slightest of moments. The Munster outside centre was just isolated in his zone. The Maori attacked it. Another wonderful turnover. But it seems as the game is progressing, John, more and more red jerseys are required just to simply maintain possession. And as a result, their attack is becoming very narrow, and they just don't have numbers to attack a little bit further wide. And when they do put a little further wide, because there's so many red jerseys honeypotting around the breakdown in the first place, that ball carrier, when he goes into contact a bit further wide, is isolated for a moment in time, and the Maori are able to pounce on it.
No.
Leighton Price is back into the action in the second row for the Maori All Blacks. Peter McCabe is a new pair of shorts.
Time on, please.
Another change at half-back for the Maori All Blacks. Eo West will come in place of Terry Black. Oliver away, Scannell. Good from Munster once again, looking to create a bit of fast ball. Copeland coming short. cut through the first tackle well, but then it's fell. Ball popped up to Andrew Conway. He's a little bit isolated here. Proctor holding him up. Price as well, but the Munster man managed to get to ground. Lovely over by Heatley. Chata to within 5 metres. Have Munster an extra man. Here's O'Mahony within inches of the try line. Munster desperately trying to shove him onto the line so he can ground the ball. Well, there's a camera right there, but there's a pile of bodies. I'm not too sure anyone's going to be able to decide if this is a try. The question from the referee will be key.
Unless you've seen anything different, I'm going second question. Any reason?
The grounder is short of the line.
Okay.
I don't know how the ball came over.
Right, okay. Ollie, any reason we can't award a try? Potential reason would be if he's short to start with, then goes a second time.
Okay, checking out.
Any reason I can't award the try, that means the referee has seen a grounding.
There's a lot of bodies piling in. That's very close, isn't it? Like his elbows seems to have crossed the line.
Lead off a high tackle on our 15. Let me look at this, then we'll
No,
talk.
this might give us the line. But look at the ground he had to gain, the traffic he had to go. Look at the power in this leg drive. I think certainly there was momentum pushing him across. It didn't seem to be his double movement or anything like that. It seemed that the weight of numbers behind him. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Maori.
How much time has he to release the ball before his teammates can drive him over across the line?
Well, he's entitled to actually be allowed to release the ball and to place the ball. You can't see it from there.
Okay, Ollie, what we're seeing here to start with, if this is short to start with, so if that's initially short, which I think the side-on angle gives us the best view of it.
There, I think we can safely
the second
assume.
movement would then be illegal because he has to release the ball.
Yeah, referee's deciding he didn't release.
But certainly his momentum, he hits the deck and his momentum bounces him on one. But he himself didn't
Pair of
appear.
knees there, and then he gets shoved. That's in slow motion.
Craig,
Yeah, go Ollie.
the video is inconclusive in terms of a second movement,
Right,
but
so,
he has grounded the ball short of the line initially.
so it's short initially, which means the tackle will then be complete, so he has to release. He can't go a second time over the line, so it'll be a penalty for holding on.
Correct.
Right, okay, let me just explain this. No try. It'll be a penalty 5 metres out, just let me explain it.
I think that's a little bit harsh.
Beyond the 5
Technically
metre.
correct, but very harsh would be my
Because there's a pile of
understanding.
bodies there, you know. He's
The initial
entitled.
grounding short, which then means the tackle's complete, so he has to either reach out or let it go. He can't be driven over the ball. So it's a penalty for holding on 5 metres out.
He can't be driven over the ball, but if it's a breakdown, the 2 or 3 supporters are entitled to come in through the gate and drive over it.
Short initially, must then release.
But significantly, about 4 or 5 phases leading up to that scoring chance, Munster's breakdown was recycled in about 2.5, 3 seconds. That was a significant upping of pace in the previous, say, 5 or 10 minutes. And look at the result. Once they get the pace on the recycled ball, they get the numbers around the corner, keep more numbers going one way than the other, and all of a sudden they're putting pressure on the Maori defence.
That's you, yep, thank you.
Better clearance from the Maori All Blacks this time. The penalty almost up to the 10-metre line for the line edge. Shortened line, the Maori All Blacks. Remember, they trail by 6 points. Oh, flat pass to the danger man, Aone. Christie on his shoulder. Box kick from Webber. It's hanging up there nicely. Well collected by O'Mahony. Running crossfield. Good tackle by Ben May. Keatley moves the ball on, thrown all the way wide to Sweetenham. Little chip over the top again. He was checked, but the ball's been knocked on. Bubbling around fiercely, eventually goes to touch.
I'm telling you, Marty McKenzie just does not want to be out there. He just doesn't like the conditions. He doesn't like what's happening. But look at Sweetenham once again.
And two's being
His
changed.
footballing skills, asking huge questions. Look at that, the gentlest. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But look at this guy,
15's
McKenzie.
being changed as well.
He looks like an under 10. There's nothing wrong with that. But man, he has no interest in that ball. I think Keatley needs to say, hey now son, we're going to start piling ball in on top of you.
15's being changed. 15.
Too late.
Munster Senior Club Rugby, Cup Rugby stuff.
I think they're taking off the 15.
They've changed it. Time on. Time on. Cheers, mate. Knock on.
Let's go, boys. I want to see you reach, let's go. Box! Go, boys.
Crutch!
Change in the centre of the front row for Munster.
Set!
Maurice Marshall on for Niall Scannell.
Outside. Let's bring it in, lads. Find some grass. Let's think about supporting our height, yeah?
Well, after a try-fest in the first half, just one score the first 21 minutes of the second half. It's the penalty for Munster, and they lead now by 6 points.
Boys! Set! Use it!
Good little half break by Scannell in midfield. Nice offload, a little bit of space opens up. Ione back to make a key tackle. Awkward pass, Keatley, clever little chip through. Is the ball going to bounce? Oh, it's a good defence. Lowe got across from the left wing. Oh, I think this is going to be another one for Ollie Hodges, but I think he got there first.
First thing is if he's onside, and then what have we got here?
I'm happy that he's onside, and it was a close call. I think
So grounding. Right, okay. Ollie, questions try yes or no. Just check he's onside for us. Then who grounds it first, please?
Okay.
Cheers, thank you.
Checking now.
So they're going to have a look and see was there a grounding, and if there was, were the players ahead of the kicker? They're okay.
Keatley was sensational. Nobody at home. Fullback not there. Mackenzie doesn't want to get involved in it.
Taken back over the line, 5 metre scrum.
That's incredible skill from Keatley. First of all, to spot the green space, and then the perfect way to kick.
Grounded by Black in goal, 22, Ollie.
Oh, he dragged it back, he dragged it back. Someone tell the TMO.
I agree with you. He made contact
Have a
on
look
the
at
field
where
of play.
the initial contact from Black is made, Craig.
Okay.
5 metre scrum.
Yeah, I agree with you, John.
Great
So
work
you
there
say
by
the initial
Lowe.
contact
Brilliant
short
defence.
of the line.
But listen,
Means
go back to
Black is
Keatley's
carried
kick.
back in
That is a
the
sensationally weighted kick.
Yes.
First of all, to
So it'll be a
spot that there was no
scrum five,
fullback,
first of
there's no
all.
covering the blind.
Yes.
The scrum half
Okay,
wasn't
thank you.
covering across, pumped it in.
That's right.
And
Scrum.
if it was allowed to roll, it would literally have rolled across the line
Keep
and
time
stopped.
off, please.
Superb
Yeah,
skills.
Oh,
15,
crowd
change.
roaring once again in Thomond Park.
Substitution for the Maori All Blacks, number 23, Jason Emery, replaces number
And now the Maori All Blacks do make the change at fullback. Marty McKenzie heads to the side. On comes Jason Emery. He talked the poor guy out of the game, Liam.
Well, I like the way Keatley actually asked him many, many questions. And when he started to malfunction, he said, well, hang on, we'll have a bit more of that, actually. And kept it going.
Crutch! Boy!
Scrum just 5 metres in from the left touchline, so no opportunity down the blind side, really.
We've got Boyne's issues here.
But let's think
And
back
we
to
need some
Chicago.
more space over here, please.
With 4.5 minutes on the clock. Ireland were in the exact same place. And Robbie Henshaw popped up from a Jamie Heaslip coming around the side. A superb scrum, first of all, from Ireland that kept the All Blacks back row down, allowed Jamie Heaslip to get a bit of space, and Robbie Henshaw to run right into where the space was. So there's opportunities here. The blindside winger, Ronan O'Mahony, is loitering in the neutral position. And the centres of Scannell is certainly looking like a guy who's going to take a run.
Well, front rows have popped up. Penalty Munster.
Hasn't Archer put in a big shift? Remember him hunting around the place in the opening 15-20 minutes, smashing guys into touch?
You cannot drive him up and into the air.
And Keatley pops it into the corner. Standard Munster approach to the situation.
Box there.
Take the 5 metre line out.
The ball. It came in when I pointed to it.
Maurice Marshall now with the line-out throw. Born in New Plymouth, New Zealand. Oh, goes through the hands. Munster have lost the ball. Have they stolen it back? No, bobbled around, but Akira Ione comes up with the ball. Good defence. Webber gets the ball back, and good clearance. Munster.
Time off. Offside penalty. Time off.
All Blacks penalty. Munster offside. Munster players injured.
Looks like Copeland, number 8. See him going in on the ball. How Ione controlled that ball and got it back again is beyond me, but he managed to, and look at the ground he's getting. I think the Maoris are, oh look, it's a little bit of a cheap shot on the ribs there, but I think that they've used his skill set poorly. There's rarely has he had the opportunity. That's it. He's gone feeling that Copeland on his lower left ribs. Loitering in the wrong side, maybe loitering in the right side, but it's kind of a cheap shot. But I think they've underutilised Ione's ball carrying skills. And you think of David Wallace, how Munster managed to get him into relatively positive attacking positions, running at backs, and then saying, wow, this guy's sensational. Ione has all that. He's a bigger version, David Wallace, but he's carrying in heavy traffic, and that's a problem for the Maori. They're not getting front foot ball, and the way Munster are actually defending, they're coming flying up off the line. And any time he's out in broken field, see all the red jerseys swarming and say, we got to put this guy down. You know what I mean? And that's what the Munster, but they're not putting in. So I thought that Maori could have used some short lineouts and got Ione out in the midfield and get him maybe as either a decoy or get him on the ball running at some backs. But he hasn't really done that apart from the loose kick in the opening half that led to the try.
Yeah, when they have shortened the line, he's been in the line.
That's the thing, I can't understand it. It's a poor use of resources.
Yeah, good kick into the breeze. Maori All Blacks take play out to halfway. Again, the roar goes up at Thomond Park, doing their best to disrupt the concentration. Is there a little nudge on Ione, but the ball's gone forward. Maori All Blacks complaining to the officials.
Disadvantage over, knock on.
Munster swarming over the ball. Archer put in huge work for Munster this evening. We approach the last quarter hour. Keatley asking questions again. He's just overcooked that one slightly. That's a pity. He's been pretty good with the boot, especially in the first half, judging the win very well, Ian Keatley. And a beautiful kick a few moments ago.
If it was clear,
okay, look at the line-out steal in the sense of bobbling ball, but watch the open side for Munster getting on the ball. He needs to get rid of that really quickly, because that's a turnover, cheap turnover. Get that pass and into space. Carrying it into traffic looks great, and he didn't do anything wrong. Was he carrying the balls, presenting all that sort of stuff, but the real opportunity is lost by not an early pass.
Ash Dixon's really struggling to get the calls from the line out. Goes to the back, works perfectly. Good take. Webber, little burst from Brad Webber.
Tackle!
Red shirts closed in quickly. A show from Douglas drove forward. Munster managed to put in the tackle.
Leave it.
Gary Owen comes from West. Oh, it's good, great hang time. What a take. There's a roar from the crowd. Penalty. Conway brave in the air. There was a collision. I'm not too sure it was foul play. I thought the Maori All Black player maybe got up as well.
That's a trailing arm. You just cannot allow that to happen. But you gotta say, Andrew Conway, everything that has been put into him, every single time he has commanded entirely his own, and he's far from the biggest player in the pitch, but he has demanded that ball every time it's in the air. Sensational feeling in a disgusting night for fielding rugby balls in the air.
Yeah, swirling breeze, all soaking wet, and 7 or 8 crazed New Zealanders running at you.
Captain, 10 metres, as it has been all game.
Oh, again, struggles in the line out.
It's a rock!
Awkward ball, the All Blacks have it though. Still inside their 22. Weber gets the pass away deep.
Touched, all on, touched.
Ball came off a Munster hand. Sweetenham indicates he's going to the air. Conway and Scannell give chase. Conway's watching it all. Oh, brilliant fielding by Lowe. And great work by O'Mahony to put in the first up tackle. Stop the counter-attack before it could happen. Opportunity now, can the All Blacks get it wide? The kick blocked down, where's it going to bounce? Bounce favourably for the Maori All Blacks.
It's an open
Ambrose Curtis did really well to keep the ball in play as he slid to the touchline. Archer putting in a big tackle on the big second row. Ball comes out, Copeland reaches back, secures possession for Munster. Little box kick from Williams. Was O'Mahony ahead, he's going to touch down and score! But I think he may be ahead of the kicker. They may have another look at this one. O'Mahony thinks he scored. The referee awards the try. They're not going to talk to Ollie Hodges. And everyone at Thurman Park is on their feet. Brilliant, brilliant thinking. Really quick thinking by Williams. But the work the forwards had put in before that to get the ball. Had he gone?
I tell you, I'd love to see the TMO pulling that one back, because the entire crowd of 26,000 plus people here wouldn't leave him out. That is superb play again. Like, I gotta say, the Munster back three in these conditions have been just superb in everything they've done. But of course, at half-back, you need someone controlling them. Ian Keatley in that case. And Duncan Williams just there now, but Ian Keatley overall and Duncan Williams, that's wonderful, wonderful control. But the quality of kicking, like the ball is landing right before the white line and just bobbling over.
Well, it's the same always, isn't it? Not special for me.
Keatley, 2 from 4. Difficult angle, 5 metres in, he's just outside the 22. He's curled that nicely. What a kick from Ian Keatley. He's been super from the hand. One error all through the game. He's been brilliant and good off the kicking tee as well. Munster have a 13-point margin. Well, some tense smiles on the faces on the bench. Munster 27, the Maori All Blacks 14.
He's back straight into him and obstructed.
And straight away, clever restart from the Maori All Blacks. They went short, cut Munster a little bit unawares, and some blocking in front of the catcher. Concede the penalty. Now Munster don't want to allow the Maori All Blacks get a try back quickly, but it would make for a grandstand finish. Great penalty from the hand. Takes play into the 22. Turn it over, away comes Copeland. Ball almost dislodged. Copeland did really well to hold on to it. Kick blocked down. The All Blacks under pressure. They have to do something, just straight offside, and that will allow Munster just settle things down a little bit.
Hasn't Copeland been just? I know in these conditions it's a forwards game. Forwards are always going to be right there in the middle of the trenches. Copeland has been just absolutely outstanding. His work rate has been phenomenal, his counter-ruck has been phenomenal, and he's the trail running, the lines he's doing, his sport lines have been very, very clever. A really top-class performance.
Keatley finds the safety of touch, brings his packs past the All Blacks 10-metre line.
Okay, 7 black change, 7. 3 change.
Munster making another change in the front row. Stephen Archer gets a well-deserved rest.
You're making a change, as are they. I'll find out.
Shane Christie goes off as well. Cara Pryor comes on in his place.
How many, please? How many?
Brian
Full
Scott
lineup.
is on and
7.
places Stephen Archer in the front
5 on.
row for the Munster men. Well, what a time, what a moment for Scott to come into the game. What a game to come into in front of a full house at Thomond Park. One off the top into the hands of Oliver, moves it on. Conway coming as the strike runner. They go to O'Mahony, looking for a little bit of space either side of the ruck. Munster come down the narrow side. On the Munster men go into the 22. Crawling forward, but the tackle is made.
On your feet. Just crawled along the floor.
John
Yeah,
Madigan is back in the action. Oh, is that going to find touch? Conway did so well, got a fingertip to it. O'Mahony's there in support. Sends one up, gone a little bit deep maybe. Sweetenham is a little bit out of position here. Here comes Ione. Again, Munster get 2-3 men there. Oliver, one of them to make the tackle. Maori All Blacks come back. They have a lot of numbers here. Munster players shouting for support to come to the Munster left. 4 against 2 here. If they can hold the ball, oh, great hands. But it just slowed the attack ball back. Prinsep crosses halfway. Copeland a little bit enthusiastic that time. Low is tapped and gone quickly for the Maori All Blacks. Lovely little break by Leighton Price, running straight and hard. Maori's up to the 22 almost. They're lining up wide. Bateman sniffed that there might have been a chance of an intercept, kept the ball in hand. Akira Ione driven backwards. Look at that for tackling from Munster. Webber gets the ball away. Has he created a bit of space for Jason Emery out wide? Good clearance. Ball loose on the ground, played on the ground. Desperation from Ben May. Referee says it's advantage for the All Blacks here. They look to move the ball wide quickly once again. Proctor, tricky runner, can't get away from Copeland. Copeland doing his best to get back onside. Maori All Blacks, it's all out of shape here. The defence is out of shape a little bit as well. Keatley gets across. Great tackle by the outside half, but the ball is there. Ione looking at his options. Still manages to hold the ball, even though 3 Munster players bring him to the ground. Popped up the pass to Curtis. Douglas stepping out of tackles, then brought to ground by Duncan Williams. On come the Maori All Blacks again. This is a super effort. The ball dropped there. Has it gone forward? Yes, it has. Opportunity maybe for a counter-attack from Munster from deep inside the 22. It's great stuff to watch.
Use it!
Ball is on the ground. Williams gets the box kick away, finds touch as the referee says advantage over, and Munster weathered a phenomenal storm there, but they kept the Maori All Blacks out. There's just 5 minutes to go in the game. Have they done enough?
Yeah, he's heading towards you. Yep, send the one.
I don't know, was the Munster number 8 deciding to do what he did, but he led with his left hand, went on ball before he even got the shoulder in, dislodged the ball, knocked the Maori player down. Copeland has been just phenomenal today. His work rate, his leadership, he's not wearing the captain's bandage, but he's absolutely leading from the front in every possible way he can possibly do. So I really love the lines he's running. Some of his support lines have been wonderful, both in offence and in defence. Knowing where the dangers are, it's a classic old school number 8, which is no disrespect to him as an athlete, but in terms of trailing the ball, where is the activity, and wherever that's all happening, that's exactly where he is, whether it's going forward or coming back with the Maoris carrying the ball. Super performance.
Change 11.
John Foley on for Munster. Marcel Renata into the action, and Lini Pise will throw to this line out. Alex Wooten coming on as well.
Right, you stay on the line, I'll find out. Try 1. 4. Stay to 2.
Oh, Webber into a little bit of space. Munster Cotton-napping for a moment, they close the gate quickly, but the big tackles come in again. Douglas put to ground. Pryor couldn't find a way through on that occasion. Whistle blows, penalty Munster. And fantastic tackling in defence by the Munster men. And the fresh legs paying off here. I was talking to a few schoolboys from Flemby and County Kerry before the game. They were confident Munster would win. Right beside me here in commentary is a lovely man, Liam Brennan from Ballybunion. The last time he was in Thomond Park, he saw Munster beat the All Blacks, and he's here to see Munster beat the Maori All Blacks tonight. And he's got one of the widest smiles you'll ever see. There's a ball for David Wallace, and he's dropped it.
I'm happy to report. I'm happy to report. Oh man, get the Shepherd's hook out for David Wallace, please. That's embarrassing. In front of everybody, David.
Well, it just shows how greasy the ball is, Liam, for David Wallace not to hold on. Here we see it again.
Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, butter fingers, David Wallace. Beautiful.
Tackle!
Munster have the possession from the line edge. Box kick from Williams. It's just hanging in play. Wooten almost got his hands to it. The referee said went forward off a Munster hand.
Yeah, got your test.
Munster have managed to keep the Maori All Blacks scoreless in the second half. Munster led 17-14 at half time. 27-14 the scores. We tick into the final 3 minutes.
Okay, with the clock running down, a wonderful emotional game. Munster's surely going to win this one. So many massive performers at half-back. Both half-back, scrum half and out up. The back three were sensational, but for me, the man of the match is Munster's Robin Copeland at number 8, who finds himself in the engine room today. He's been sensational and everything is done. Even electing to get into the second row as the clock ticks away.
Well, he'd have played at scrum half or full back this evening if you'd asked him, I'm sure. Well, there's nobody leaving Thomond Park. People packed the stadium tonight. They've turned out in pretty miserable weather conditions. Sensed something special would happen. And the Munster players have provided. As a hand in, was it forward? Hacked away. Is there going to be a final champagne moment for the Munster men? Fly kicking the ball to within 7 metres. Tommy O'Donnell almost got in to steal it. The Maori All Blacks have won it back though. Whoever gets the ball away. West took the ball into contact. The ball is there. Oliver tempted to play it, chooses not to. Aone, such a powerful man at number 8. Almost out to the 22. The Maori All Blacks know they can't afford to kick. Proctor, haven't seen too much of him with ball in hand. He's a real threat, but he runs straight into Brian Scott. He stops him and drives him backwards. Maori All Blacks have the ball once again. But they're pinned back inside their own 22. And they're beginning to look a little bit tired now.
No! Entry here.
Munster come in from the side. Akira Aone takes the tap penalty. Conor Oliver makes the tackle. Almost a fumble. Chris Eves did very well to recover the possession. That's a good effort for the Maori All Blacks, playing right to the end here, but they're struggling to find a way through. Loitering out wide is the replacement. Second row, Guido Douglas. Weber gets it away to Cara Pryor. Another big, powerful runner. They just haven't been able to make the impact. Munster right in their faces. West moving the ball on.
Time's mine, understood?
You can tell by the noise the clock has ticked red. Tommy O'Donnell knows it, and he hoofs the ball. The captain of Munster on another famous night in Thurman Park. Tommy O'Donnell has led the troops. They trailed in this game by 14 points to 5, but they battled back and they battled up front and they battled right to the end. Liam, was that some performance? Did you enjoy it at all?
Before I answer, I'm just soaking up the crowd. What a wonderful occasion. Like, how much emotion is in Irish rugby? Is there any end to the journey that we've now found ourselves on? It is a packed house, full to the rafters, in a terrible, disgusting night. But Munster's performance was far from disgusting and far from terrible. The back three were absolutely sensational. Conway in particular was wonderful. Sweetenham was excellent in all his footballing skills. O'Mahony on the left-hand line, superb. At half-back, wonderful performance from Ian Keatley. Some of his crossfield kicking, finding green grass, allowing his outside runners to get on the ball was really, really good. I'm delighted for Tommy Donald, who must be feeling tough over the November series, because he is a quality player that could just as easily be in a green jersey tomorrow as a red jersey today, but it means an awful lot to him. But at number 8, Robin Copeland has just done such a wonderful class, and his opportunities with CJ Stander and Peter O'Mahony is less and less and less. Fine performance from Copeland tonight.
Thank you, Liam. Well, it's another famous evening at Thurman Park. The strains of the fields of Athenry ring around. The final score, Munster 27, the Maori All Blacks 14. What a performance by the Munster men.